Oh, good lord. I don't know what's wrong with Streamlabs right now. It just keeps making me sign in every single time I and like reconfigure settings. It's kind of annoying me at this point. Oh well, such is life. I recently watched a YouTuber's video on this game, and it was really good, and it made me just want to like mess around in the game a little bit. So I've beaten it. I've uncovered Arave's will and all that jazz, so I'm pretty familiar with the game, but I haven't played it in a while, so I'm sure I'll forget some stuff. I just love the moody and atmospheric music in this game.
I, Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly Estate at Reddington, do publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me. I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all of my right, title, and interest in and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly. The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate. The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner. Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993. Herbert S. Sinclair.
I think the last time I played this, I was doing day 1 runs and glitched runs and all other manner of fuckery. Oh, 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 oh. I remember the first time I was like, oh, I'm gonna turn around and go outside. And I was like, oh shit, there's an outside. I didn't like realize. There's our little tent, because we're not allowed to sleep in the manor. We haven't unlocked that yet. Oh, should I update this first? Yeah, let's do that. I thought I already completed it. Dang, I didn't even know there was an update. Hmm. Did they put the arcade game in here? I think I deleted my old save file because I was just like, this game is so good, I just wanted to like get lost in it again. I think this game is gonna be something that I fuck around with until I'm dead. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty awesome. Boom. I'm gonna have to skip this scene though. Gosh, I just remember spending way more time that would make me seem clever doing some of these puzzles. Like, it's so bad. Hi, Kumo. I just petted you and gave you a snack. Don't you remember? Daddy wants to play a video game for a second, if you don't mind. You don't mind? Just a little bit. I think my dogs are really needy these last couple days because they miss my husband, so you know how it goes. These doggies are used to having two daddies. And I get it. That's fair. I understand. Like, this little midget couldn't jump up on that little thing, and I'm pretty sure... Oh, is this a numerical code? For some reason, I'm like, it's May 5th. That's a different code, I guess. Let's see... I don't want to learn all these again. I'm not gonna lie. Uh-huh. There we go. I just feel like being naughty and doing whatever I feel like, so, you know. The apple orchard is unlocked. Starting tomorrow, we will start each new day with 20 additional steps. I just love the music. I think we need the fire tool to deal with some of this stuff. This game is just so brilliant. Like, ugh. It just invokes emotion without me even doing really anything at all. I think one of the lights is here. I don't think you can screw with this unless there's like certain criteria met, but I forget what they are. Gardener's logbook. Barren ground. The cloister. Or maybe it was in this room. I legitty forgetty. I swear to freaking Christ, there's some kind of thing that I can mess with that turns one of the elevator lights on. Here we go. Oh, memory. You fickle, slippery bitch, you. I don't even recall if I need this elevator. We're just gonna mess around. Well, like I said, this is... I just miss the atmosphere of this game. It's like an old friend. This is like such a cool idea. The campsite. You're not allowed to stay in the estate overnight, but you have good scouting skills. You may call it a day at any time by pressing R2. But you can't do that until you pick up the GD blueprint, friendo. Sometimes the only way forward is back. I wonder if they removed the jump feature. Because it was used for speedrun glitches. When you run out of steps, you'll have to call it a day. Open only in the event of my death. Simon, welcome to Mount Holly. You may not remember, but I have fond memories of your many visits here as a young boy, and I hope these rooms provide you with as much amusement as it did in those lost summer days. By the time you read this, I will assume you are fully aware of my last wishes and all the details of the bequest. Please do not mistake my intentions in giving you this challenge as a lack of confidence. I assure you, nothing could have been further from my mind when I chose you as my heir. With that being said, there are a few ground rules of the Commission covered in the fine print of my will that I feel I should bring to your attention now. No tools or items may be brought onto the estate from the outside. Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off the estate. You may not stay overnight. I don't suspect that any of these stipulations should prove an impediment for someone as resourceful as yourself, but it is very important to me that you start fresh each morning and not rely on the successes of the previous day. One final word of advice. Do not assume the rooms you find today will be the same that you find tomorrow. These grounds have provided me a home for the last half-century, and even I am uncertain of which room lies beyond any particular door. Your grandmother used to say, "Don't go where the path leads. Abandon the path and go where you want it to lead." With all my love and wishes, best of luck. Herbert S. Sinclair. Ah, the writing in this game. It's fucking spicy. You guys like a little bit of spice? Does it make you feel nice? I don't even know if I remember all, like, the strats. Oh, damn, you have to select one. I feel like we're gonna need some footsteps. The closet can be nice, because you get some items. Mr. Dog, what are you doing, little boy? What you doing? What you doing, babies? Have you lost your minds? Are you fluffing kidding me? Or are you just gonna bark all day? Like to bark? Are you a little borker? Mr. Bork Bork? Yeah. I know all about these little doge. These little dogies. The fucking lavatory. Goddamn. Apparently there's a secret in there. Oh, I just walked in here. I'm gonna have to figure this puzzle out, because I don't remember the solution at all. Ooh, child, I'm gonna need to see a fucking picture. Set every button to green by pressing them all just once. 1 or 6 to turn it blue. Select the green button adjacent to the blue button to turn it red. Click on the blue button to turn the red button purple. Click on the purple button to turn it blue. Repeat steps 3 to 5 until 5 out of 6 buttons are blue. God damn it. Too lazy to reread all that. So here we go. Green adjacent to blue to turn it red. Click blue to do purple. and then click on the purple button to turn it blue. It's as simple as going quite literally insane. Little go, stop licking daddy. Why we licking daddy? Why we lick daddy? Are you a daddy licker? You can't be licking on daddies. That's crazy. Alright, 5 out of the 6 buttons are blue. Click on the isolated blue button to move it over one spot. Uh-huh. Click the gray button twice to make it red. Click on the blue button beside the red button to create a purple button. Repeat steps 8 and 9 until 5 out of the 6 buttons are purple. So gray times 2, then blue? Wait, did I do that right? I think I did something wrong. No. Gray twice. Click on blue beside red. Okay, continue until 5 out of the 6 buttons are purple. Click gray 3 times to turn it purple. Oh my. Click on button 4, then 5. Click 6 until it's red. Click 5 to make it button 6 purple. Click on button 5 until it turns red. Button 3 twice, turning button 3 gray and button 2 blue. Click on button 3 once to make it green. Click on button 1 until it becomes gray. Oh ho ho ho! I think... Oh, you're chewing that. I turn these off, maybe? Because if you go in this when it's on, it shorts out. And then if you walk in there when it's on, you lose steps. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. The cabinet thing is still crossed out, so I'm pretty sure the game hasn't updated for schmo-schmidgy blocks yet. Uh-oh, we unlocked the mine. You will start with each day having 2 gems. Little Cosmo, are you gonna do this all day again? I know you're sad that Daddy had to go out of town. I know, bud. We're not mad. But sometimes it's nice for Daddy to have a break from all this yap yap. Do we want to do a logic puzzle? I think I'd rather do the hallway. Doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. It's written on red, so it's a lie. I feel like this preserves us in the event that whatever happens over here is in a corner room. Having a key is always good. I think in the parlor we can get gems. We have no gems to spend. They're both nice to haves. Let's be real. Let's see if I fuck up this simple logic puzzle. There are 3 boxes in the room. 2 are empty. This box is one of the 2 empty boxes. Dear Herbert, it was a great honor receiving the invitation to dine at your estate, the Oldhams, this past Thursday. If I'm being frank, it had been quite a while since we had been seen in decent society, and we were beginning to worry that my wife's wit had lost its charm. I have no delusions that my company is rival to hers, however. If I can refresh your memory, we both spent much of that evening discussing our mutual love of games and puzzles, and I had mentioned to you a rather singular parlor game that I had played some years back, involving 3 boxes of different colors. You had pressed me to write with the particulars when I found the time, and I've included with this letter all the details that you will need to share with guests, should you be inclined to play this confounding game. Your friend, Mr. Lorry, or M. Lorry. Goodness, I can't talk. Where the fuck? 1 box will display statements that are true. 1 will be false. Only 1 box has a prize. The other 2 are always empty. So what is true and what is not? There are 3 boxes in this room. That is certifiably true. 2 boxes in this room are most certainly empty. This box is one of the 2 empty boxes. So it's kind of like, what, 2 truths and a lie? Like, we know that's true. Let me see. So I think it's like, is it the odd duck out? I honestly don't remember. This one seems like the odd duck out. So we're going to go with that for now. Alright. So... I think I would rather... enter from here. so I can pick up this other gem. Sometimes there's locked boxes in this room. I want that gem. Look at those swans. Look at that fire. I feel like using this when I don't have any green rooms doesn't make a lot of sense. Forcing a dead end for resources when I'm not sure if I need them is also not particularly ideal. I think sometimes there can be like stuff over there, but not always. I think green is like... Ugh, I don't remember. I remember brute forcing a lot of these because I was just like, what? $11 plus 8 would be 19. So maybe it's that. 18 minus 10 would be 8. At least I think that's how it works. 3 minus 1 would be 2. And then I think this is 3 times 3, or 3 divided by 3, so it's either 9 or 1. Alright, so that's a multiplier and that's a divider. So we do 10 times 3 is 30, 30 divided by 4. I don't know how to do math. 30 over 4. It's 7.5, so I'm pretty sure that's in the incorrect order. So usually I think it results in a whole number. I'm getting a 7.5 either way, though. Yeah, I had a feeling I was fucked on that part. Hi, little Cosmo. What you doing, buddy? Yeah, 3 times 3 is 9. Yeah, it can't be 4 times 3 divided by 10. Or 10 times 3 divided by 4. What is the yellow? Maybe it's a subtractor. So maybe it's 6 times 3. That would be a whole number, which is good. So let's go with 18. Alright. Oh, that's a sexy find for day 1. I'm not sad about that. Secret Garden Key would be a sexy find also. Alright, let's see. Hoping for security. Damn. I don't even think I have any money, so we'll just burn the closet so we don't have to have it in our draft pool. We get a die, which is nice. I don't think any of these other things are stuff I can pick up. But that's a lot of steps that just got burned, which is unfortunate. Definitely don't want to go into the parlor. We already exhausted all of its tricks. Teehee. Ho ho. Did I? Yeah, I did the utility closet. We get 2 steps for walking in this cutie. We'll hope for a sledgehammer. And we will remember that. Whew. Bedroom on rank 1 has a chest. Join Twitch today. I already logged into this shit multiple times. Holy God. This is really starting to chap my fucking ass. And of course, all my passwords. I don't even know what they are. I'm like, there's no way that's my password. Because that is way incorrect. Let's see. Alright, Streamlabs. My username is as such. The password is as such. Log. It's gonna double fuck me. Alright, I don't need that tab anymore. Holy shit. Let's just copy it. Alright, now I can finally send myself a message to myself. Wow. What a cool idea. Sometimes there's shit in here. Not always. Greetings from Reddington. Uh-oh, a paper swan. Wonder what it means. So many bizarre objects. I don't have a shovel. I can't do that. Let's see. I don't think this leads to a corner room. But there is really no reason to pull that. Ah, shit, I should have ran the other one. Oof. I think I already burned the hallway too. I might have just pigeonholed myself into starting over. Oh my gosh. Somebody messaged me on YouTube about this exact note card. And they're like, where's the journal? Like, they thought it was an in-game item. I was like, no, this note card is telling you to go out and literally buy a journal. Like, so that you can muse, like, what the fuck's going on? I was just blown away by, like, you know, it's a fair question, but it tickled my ass a little bit. That shit tickled my ass, bruh. Shit tickled me right in my ass. Oof. Not ideal. Spend a gem when we have no cash. I thought I already pulled that shit. Maybe I didn't. Do I throw my only dice? Or Leave a room forever lost. I think we have to roll the gem. Oh damn, I burned 2 rooms on that. Fuck. Not a good idea. With the magnifying glass, you can see that that terminal password is Swan Song. We can at least see what we could buy if we had cash, which we don't, which could be worse. This shit don't work. I don't think I've ever found anything in the garbage. Well, that ruins my game, but it does allow me to open up the bomb shelter thing. Honestly, no, wait. I did power on the garage. Yeah, fuck it. There ain't no way I'm getting a day 1 run after having not played this for so long. Like, it's just not happening. I'd rather open that gate. Yeah, look at that. We're fucked. We fucked up. No! It's okay. I'm just being a silly boy. Oh yeah, you need the car key specifically to get in there. And look at that. We could have dug for treasure if we had a shovel, but we didn't have any money. Honey. Kristoff, this is the 3rd time this month that you have been gone when your services were needed. Your absences must be accounted for. I think there's a different note in the game that says something regarding Jemama's Poontang. No, I think it says notes that are handwritten are still true, even if they're read. So you can trust that Kristoff has been a dirty little bitch. Oh man, if only I had the shovel, I could have dug up that thingy. Like this kid couldn't hop that friggin' fence. Get out of here. The West Gate has been permanently unlocked. Permanent unlocks do not go away each day, my little gay. Now suck my A. Well, that's useless. Special floor pan cost feet instead of diamonds. That's actually dangerous as shit. There's no need to trade anything. Oh my. The shelter protects you from the negative effects of the next 3 red rooms. Tool shed is useless on this run. I'm pretty sure Tomb is also fucked, because... Let me see. Gosh, I'm gonna have to definitely... How to find room 46 in a blueprints. What the fuck? What a useless guide. Yeah, reach the antechamber, unlock one of the antechamber doors, get the basement key from the antechamber. Go underground, which is usually for me power hammer, secret garden, pull of the north lever, and then you enter. Wait, is that correct? Pull the north lever. It's in the inner sanctum. Oh, yeah. That's the gear puzzle area. So, I don't think... Yeah, I think Do you have to solve the puzzle in the tomb every time? I don't remember. I could swear if you solve it once, it's open at that point. Let me see. Alright, so the gardener has a hat and a hoe. Yeah, looks like a fucking hoe if I've ever seen one. We need the chef. That has a chef hat. I think that's like the chimney slut, if that's even a thing. Open only in the event of my death. Here's where it all ends, at least for me. And of all the picturesque places in this grand estate, I chose this dreary dank dungeon to be laid to rest, and that same dim sober fate fell upon my father and his father before him, who loved the outdoors even more than himself. They say there is no stronger bond of servitude than tradition, and family tradition? Thrice as strong. These are chains that seldom bend and never break, and I do wonder what plans and prospects of yours will be sacrificed upon the family font of convention. What biography of your own will you forsake to add another page to your father's memories, or your mother's, or mine? In our youth, we are gifted with dreams and ambitions. At our death, we are left with realities and regrets. I think there is no greater sin than to perpetuate tradition that stagnates growth, that strangles purpose, that suffocates dreams. What point is there to live another's life for the sake of your own? Oh, how I wish to have been buried underneath the great oak, overlooking the plains, the wondrous woods, and the worldly mountains, and the wild holly that surrounds that trunk, a perpetual token of sympathy laid across my grave. What dreadful tradition is it that dumped me in this sunless hollow? And if, by morbid example, this dark crypt makes any impression whatsoever on you, if reading this letter within these damp halls plants in you a seed of hope, if these words might grant you strength to bend, if not break, these chains, then would I cherish this tomb more than oak, and sycamore, and spruce, more than the wondrous woods, and worldly mountains. This cold stone room would become the most cherished place in all our domain. I would have you raise a shrine upon the spot to commemorate the moment of your liberty, to treat this Spelter, Sepulcher, Spelter, yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that, as hallowed ground, to realize that grand gestures can be as effective as they are theatry. Theatry is another word that I'm like, huh? Sepulcher. Let's read pronouns. Let's get smarter today.
Signaling a small room. How to pronounce this word? Do you go about pronouncing it?
Sepulcher. I think I said sepulcher. I kind of like put emphasis on the wrong area. Oh well. Let's see what we can do. Naked in the ass. 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4. Your dad's a dirty whore. Alright, who am I looking for? I forget already. The chef. A chef hat. You has no head. You not chef. Doom, 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 doom. Each of our journeys come to a conclusion here in the tomb. This floor plan is the definitive dead end, or is it? You ain't got no chef hat, brah. Do, 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 do. That's a hat. Do, 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 do. That's a hoe. Do, 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 do. Oh shit, did I push the wrong one already? Oh, chef hat. There we go. Cowboy hat and a rake. Yeah, I think I already did this wrong. We're just gonna... Or wait, did the arm go back up? Yeah, that's a pitchfork and a cowboy hat. Okay, I'm an idiot. So, let's just call it a day. Alright. I shall return. I need to grab a beverage. A beverage. A barrage of beverages. My lovely, lovely friends. Oof. My doggies are following me everywhere. They're like, Daddy, is it bedtime? Because they usually get like, I can't say that word out loud, or it will cause an entire scene. But, yeah. Oof. Man. I have been drinking a little bit less lately, and I had one drink, and that was a horrible mistake for the possibilities of me being able to play this game correctly. Like, holy shit. Mm-hmm. I don't have any money to lose. A dead end would be fine here. Gosh, I remember doing the friggin' dead end achievement too, now that I think about it, and I'm like, oh lordy, 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 lord, lord, lordy, lordy, lord. What did I get myself into? Let's see. I think there's like a little puzzle in this room. But I can't remember exactly what it is. Yeah, I think that was it actually. Let's see what we got here. The Fixed Stars. The Stargazer's Companion to Constellations. Huta. This book contains a complete starbase, a list of constellations, and the observed effects that accompany the appearance of each one. Depending on the number of stars that can be seen in the sky on any given day, different constellations of various sizes may be visible, sometimes more than one on a single day. This book, a solid base for astronomy, will help you easily identify these constellations and impress your friends, and discover the joy of stargazing. Basically, these are the rewards based on, I think, numbers of days that you have looked through the telly. But one must look at the telly through the slot. What I'm doing is running up these stairs to get a secret blueprint out of the thingy. If I, in fact, put it in the right way. I might have to lower it to reach it? Yeah. Well, it can't go left anymore, is my guess. Hi, little Cosmo. What you doing, baby? I forget how to lower it. Oh, the things your mind will forget. God, the chess pieces in the room puzzle. Yeah, I could have swore. Maybe I just didn't look at it the right way. Hmm. Alright, so we raised it as much as it can go. I think now it can spin either way. I think I actually needed to lower it there. Look at me, I remember stuff. Kind of. Alright, so now we just gotta point the thingy at that open hole. Like I always do. If you know, you know. Let's see. Bing, bang, boom. That's one gold coin. Zaddy. Double puzzle room. How naughty. Naughty developer. Let's see. I'm just being silly, by the way. I don't really think the developer is naughty. But maybe they are. What do I know? If anything at all. I like that idea, because I get a gem. Walk-in closet. Or 10 steps. I think I like that idea more. Hello. I like that that's always unlocked, but we don't want to use that usually this early. Let's see. This is the black. This is the black. The black box is not empty. Ooh, is that a fruit? Nom nom nom, tasty. Nom 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 nom. I like that idea. Uh-oh. Trophy room, attics, archives, music room. There are 46 rooms in this estate. I was like, I'm pretty sure I need power, but... Let's see. Well, I don't have the key card yet, and it might not even drop in this round. Whenever you spend 2 gems, that shit's dangerous as fuck, bro. Every time you eat an apple. Let's be an optimist and say that this is possible. Oh, I've played this before, Racerman, 3529. There's definitely some shit I'll have forgotten. And your assistance is, of course, appreciated. Let's see. This service has been temporarily disabled. As of November 4th, all work has been suspended at Mount Holly. All domestic staff has been placed on an extended paid leave. How nice is that? Like, somebody put me on an extended paid leave. Shit. In accordance with instructions left by the old man himself. See Mrs. Babbage for more detail. I don't think I can do anything with that. I don't think anyone else has access to this network this month except you, Simon. So if you're reading this, just know we're all rooting for you. This game is so fucking cute, like it's unbelievable. Let's see. I think I already clicked that one. Special orders. The commissary is taking special orders. Special orders take 1 to 3 days. Running shoes, shovel, sleeping mask, sledgehammer. I always love to have that sledgehammer. Can't lie about that. Let's see. Oh yeah, you can connect to the other ones if you... Oh, I should have ran outside and opened up the outer room. The email you can only get from the office. The data transfer can only be done through the 3 spark plug puzzle. Those are just definitions of things you've encountered. Okay, so I don't think there's anything I can do in here because I don't have the boiler room? I'm pretty sure it's the boiler room. Powering this puppy up. For the past 3 days, I've been unable to find the laboratory. Is this typical? How do you get your work done? Before I arrived, I was briefed on the way the doors work, but I must admit I did not expect to be excluded from my new workstation for the first week. Any tips are greatly appreciated. I see. Oh, I think that's the switches for that puzzle. No, there's not 12 switches. I forget exactly what that corresponds to. I love like the paranoia board over here with all like the red string. Goodness. Let's see here. I'm surprised it hasn't wanted a key yet. I think I like that idea more. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh well, too late now. Oh, and I didn't spawn the utility closet on this one. So the light is still on. So we don't want to go in there unless we have to. That's kind of a fun idea because I can power up the lab and do the thing if I can remember how to solve this freaking thing, which I'm sure I don't. Dang, I'm surprised I haven't gotten a bunch of stuff that's like, sir, where is your key? Dun, dun, diddle-doo. That pulls the elevator down. I think we want the steam to go up to be one of the 3 markers that unlocks the thingy, but I don't remember exactly how everything works. Oh, okay, the steam is coming out of that port. There we go. I was like, I know one of these is the bridge, but you have to unlock it by going up the elevator, I think. Alright, so this puppy is running. I forget what I do with this. I think I have to change the switch when it's off, maybe. And then we re-roll it until it runs again. Yeah. But what next? Let's see. We'll just leave it that way for now, because I'm not exactly remembering the correct sequence, but... Oh, interesting. we'll just go with that for now. When we want to unlock that, which I don't think there is another step, we do that. And we go back down, and I think we do the bridge thing. Pretty sure I want that to go up now. Yeah, I cut off my bridge. That won't work unless the box is on. We have the bridge back. Should we have need of it? But I don't think that's what we're trying to do right this second. I forget even what that does. Can't get across. I think as long as we have it turned upward, we are doing the right thing, if memory serves. Alright, so now it's where are we sending the power? If we want to power the lab, we'll have it go left. I think that's how it works. It's been a hot second. I'm pretty sure the passageway sends power to the gym and the lab and the West Wing Hall. But I could be wrong. Alright, so let's check the lab and see if we did the thing. Yeah, powers. I remember it being like up in the roof. But I don't remember the solution to this puzzle. I think it was like really easy. It's like 2 or 3 different switches. Yeah, push 3 up after 9. And what does this do? Does it power up the... This is the room with the 3 spark plugs or whatever, for lack of better remembrance, I think. Yeah. Let me see. So not too shabby. We definitely at least unlocked something on the run, so that's at least, you know, ideal. I don't have that closet. So, I mean, sometimes you can get the sneakies. Yeah, whatever. I'll lose my 2 steps. So I'm pretty sure I saw him there. Even though it's locked off. Alright. So, I have 2 keys. Haven't gone into the boudoir yet. I think this one is 1225 if memory serves me correctly. I remember there's an event in here on Christmas too. I made a video about it a while ago. Let's see if memory is correct. Oh baby. We're doing pretty good so far, I think. Herbert, I was distraught to learn that you have chosen to omit the details of our dear Marion's disappearance from the public record. It is no surprise to me that the royal court would want this embarrassment kept as quiet as possible, but I'm shocked that you have so little regard for your niece that you'd play the king's scullion and stoop to kissing the foot that treads upon her memory. She gave up her family, her fortune, and her life, and all you can do is think of your own name. Having never had a family name nor fortune of my own, I cannot personally condemn you for faltering in your commitment to make the same sacrifices that she did. But for the love of God, do not, by that same display of weakness, clutch your petty assets so tightly that you undermine the cause that which she forfeited everything to further. Our countrymen must be made aware of the price she paid, and must be made to see the color of the flag she flew as she rode into the darkness of 100 nights. To deny her story is to deny her life. If, through your silence, you bless this betrayal, our son Simon, your heir, will inherit a fortune of lies, and will spit upon your grave when he learns of your cursed foolishness. Curse. Wonder if that'll be relevant later. Needless to say, we will not be coming for Christmas this year. Daniel, which is Simon's father. The spookiness. Usually there's... Did I pick up the reward? Probably subconsciously, like through freaking muscle memory. That might be something I would do, bro. Nah. We use keys when we have to. Not when we want to. Alright, so I think I gotta flip this bitch. Gotta flip that switch. Gotta flip this bitch. Gotta suck that. Never mind, that's not appropriate. Alright, this thingy is that thingy. But maybe I have to do something else first. Or maybe it's this one. I think it's like in the picture, yeah. That one of them is bent. Wait. I think I had to like climb something. Maybe not. Or maybe I have to push something near the safe. That's a different room, I think. But what I don't remember is the thingy. Let's see. Damn it, I fucked it all up. What is it? April 15th. Six. Dearest Mary, I know the events of the past year have catapulted. I was gonna say capitulated, but
No, incorrect. You into a world you may not have been ready for. It's cruel the way time rips through our lives, leaving them barren and fruitless like wind-scarred plains. Throughout this all, I know your principal concern has always been Simon. You didn't need to confide in me yesterday for me to realize that fact. Everyone who knows you understands this. I will take full responsibility to ensure that regardless of how your current project pans out, Simon is shielded from any fallout, and God forbid, wow, I cannot talk, I suck at life, and God forbid, repercussions. A child should never suffer the inequity of their parents. I, of course, write you all of this in the hope that I can set your mind at peace when in gaining the worst case scenarios, not because I think such an outcome is likely. No, Mary. I have very few apprehensions and fewer fears. Assuming everything goes according to plan, you should be reunited with Simon again before his 10th birthday. And while 2 years might seem like an eternity to a mother, I've always heard the days pass by more quickly in the East. As for me and you, I've already come to terms that our meeting yesterday was very likely our last. I'm too old and too stubborn to ever leave this place. I'm too attached to the home our family has built up. Room by room, yes, I have a strong premonition I will be buried in red soil under red flags, a compromise I know you yourself would never accept. It's been a joy watching you grow up and getting to know you. Your mother and I spoke of little else during your school days. I know she'd feel the same bittersweet pride that I feel now, to see you following in your father's footsteps and making the same sacrifices that he did. Farewell, my marigold. We may yet meet again. Your Uncle Herbert. I forgot what I was doing. Oh boy! Oh jeez! Oh wow! You know what? That's not a dead end. I'll take that. I will take it all day long. After I smoke my bong. I can swear this says something. Each time you click on a door, you will draw 3 floor plans. You must select one. There are some items that will allow you to redraw if you do not like your initial 3 options, which are oftentimes run killers. Let's see here. I think... Oh, what is in the terrace? I can't remember. We're just gonna go in there anyway because we're gonna remember when we go in here, maybe. Or maybe not. I think the green rooms sometimes have like shovels or Sledgy, Mr. Sledge. Alright, so we can either try to forge forward or go back. That room is definitely... Did I go in there yet? No, the key's still there. So we only have one pathway upwards. I do not have any die, so I think going back is the more prudent choice. I don't think this is a meta run anyway, because I'm on day 2 and my memory is like... It's not great. I think I already went in that puppy. Plus I have those shoes, so I get a couple of sneaky steps in. The other reason I want to go back is because there's conceivably ways where I can perhaps get the thingy-mabob. And then I can change the security rooms RNG so that I get more doors that don't require physical keys. Just get the infinity key. But I suppose that depends on what happens when I walk into this room. Oh, I know there's a puzzle where you can raise this thing. I think it's... you have to light these 2 candles.
Need the magnifying glass and some other thing. Because you can make all these fancy, whatchamacallits. Look at me, I know how to say words. Good lord. That doesn't open until rank 8. So there's probably no great reason to come back here unless we unlock the underground. Let's see. We don't like any of that because that's actually that's not bad. Let's go for billiard because at least conceivably we could get the secret whatever key. Wow. The secret whatever key. Let's see, that's 16. What is that? 15 plus 12. That's 27 minus 10 is 17. 9 minus 7 times 10, so 20. What's this one? That's 4 times 2, which is 8. Hot skippity fuck. Look at that shit. Alright, let's see Meower. Let's not get too excited. There's about 100 different ways this shit can go fucking sideways. But an unlocked end corridor is not one of them. We got 2 keys, my homie G's. What's the best way to get through this shit? This room tends to have random items. That room gives me footsteps and wastes a gem. Or do I just want my 10 footsteps? And whatever item is in there. I think this room usually has gems if my memory is correct. And sometimes this room can have a key. Sinclair, just wanted to write you a quick note thanking you for the weekend. I had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord Evanson, whose peculiar personality somewhat made up for your own absence. I also got to appreciate your new game in the billiard room. It's been ages since I've seen the billiard room in your house. I was beginning to suspect you retired the floor plan. It was well worth the wait, though. I feel like you always get the billiard room, though. Maybe I'm wrong. As I always enjoy your mathematical puzzles and appreciated that I didn't need to know the rules of darts to play your variation. Hoping your health improves shortly. This game's gonna make me cry. It's like, you know your uncle's dead and like, this person's well wishes are not going to, they're not gonna help him. You know? It's kind of sad. Alright, should I go out? I should have spawned the outside room first, like a smart person. But that's not what I ended up doing, because I just got all excited and decided to be like, yo, let's fucking go, kids. We can definitely burn some steps to, or maybe not. Maybe we get lucky a couple times. I remembered the thing about the garage on the first run. I'm trying to remember. Dig spots don't matter because I don't want to burn steps. I could make an offering and receive a blessing, but I forget what the blessings are. Let's see. How does shrine work? Blueprints. At the very least, I can set up a future run to be more beneficial. Let's see.
I'm not gonna curse myself. Thank you very much. There we go. That's what I was looking for, the chart of coins or whatever. Because I only have 4 coins, so I can only do the first 2 layers. Do I want Dancer, pay a gem to spin a room, or High Roller when you draft a shop, gain an ivory dice? I think High Roller sounds good. I think it's a 3-day thing for 3 coins, so yeah. Gain 5 money every time you roll a dice. Yeah, like that's just unbelievably useful. I forget how to make the cursed box appear. I think that's only once you get the prompts for doing the 4 things. I wish I had the shovel, because I'm pretty sure if I dig here, there's one of those spark plug things. Or maybe it's by the other area. It's somewhere on this section. Let us see where we should go. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I already did that. I still don't have the key card, so changing the RNG is not likely to benefit me. So I suspect this run will be over fairly shortly here. Because all it's going to take is 2 locked doors to end my shit. But we unlocked some permanent shit, so, you know, it could have gone worse. It could always go worse. Oh, and there's a key. I swear there's like a note in this room, but... Oh, yeah. Okay. I have special keys? Oh, wait. So I could do this... I think I can do the secret garden key here. As we well should. Is there any cool shit in here for me to pick up? Like a freaking sledgehammer or like a shovel? I don't have the power hammer, so we won't be doing that. I also don't remember the solution to this puzzle. I think there's, yeah, 2 of these things. And it's currently pointing 1 north and 1 south. Let's see, Meower. I used to have all this shit memorized, and now I'm like, wow, I don't remember anything. The 2nd and 3rd arrows are facing west. Well, we can't operate the other wheel, because... duh. Well, we didn't get any kind of movement, so... 2 more spins and it begins. Yeah, I think the name of the song in the Secret Garden is like Westernly something. So it's kind of amusing that like they even with the tracks of the OST, like they just aren't fucking around. They're like, Roham, we got you on this. We got you. I know there's another puzzle in here, but I'm like 87% sure I have to bust that wall open to do it. I love that you're like off the map too. That's such a cool... This game is just so freaking... If you know, you know, kiddos. If you don't, you don't. Interesting. So what is maybe the safest way to go? I like greater chance of finding green rooms because, you know, they tend to have like a couple exits, plus there's a different green room that lets us... I think it's... what is it? It's the room where it's like raining in the room, and I think you need the power hammer though, and I definitely don't have that. So let's do library then. Either way, we're at the mercy of RNG here. Let's not kid ourselves. We can have a book come to us. I think these just have like a lot of clues and lore. I don't remember any of them being particularly like required. Like this one's the geography of the area. This one's the dare mode, which you have to beat the game first anyway to buy the bird or whatever, or get the bird from a room. I can't remember. The stars just tell you like what your rewards are for continuing to go in the observatory and look at the sky. That's lore. That's how to do the pump room, which is always attached to the pool room. Yeah, and these are all hints. Greenhouse, there you go. We'll just pick a random one just because. We'll just start top to bottom, because that's just a good way to look at them all. Oh, my mind. Oh, these years. Records. 2 days. 1 hour 37. Blah-de-da-de-doo. Blibble-de-dop. Neat. Alright. The Baron of Mount Holly names nephew the provisional heir. That's kind of cool that they show the apple orchard back there. And then that postcard in that one room. My favorite floor plans. The fact that Tomb is up there is on the first day is already like... Obviously, I remember some of this shit. Most avoided rooms. Yeah, the lavatory. Maybe one day. Supposedly, Tonda Ross says there's some kind of unsolved shit in there. I think he's just trolling, though. I think that guy's a class J level troll. Like, he knows how to be trolling. That's just my guess. I could be wrong. Fuck, we got 3 keys. Oh yeah, we can spawn 8 items, but that doesn't do us any good. A color of my choice. We got 5 gems, and I'm not even trying to play with those 8,000 different keyed rooms. I remember pouring still water on one of these. I think it's that book, the gray one with the white stripe, and then it turns blue. I definitely don't want no fucking red rooms. The gold rooms are usually... There's one that's a dead end. One goes straight through, I think, but that's only when you beat the game, and then one's an L shape. I don't know that I like that idea. Halls of Holly, I think some of them are extinguished once you've run them, and I've picked quite a few, so let's go with green. I don't think we can get the greenhouse here. I think it's only on the east side of the game, if memory serves correctly. I think... Let's see. That's definitely our safest bet. Maybe we can pull a key or some other useful resources. Hell yeah! Alright. We ain't dead yet, kids. We ain't dead yet. Found a turnip, too. Feel like we're getting pretty lucky. Not gonna lie. Alright, so we can have an up and to the right situation or a both ways kind of situation for one gem. I'd rather put the dark room not there. It would be kind of fun if I got the pool room. I don't want to try to remember how to do that goddamn water puzzle, but I don't want to spend no motherfucking keys either. That shit is locked by security door. Oh, baby. What are we gonna pull? Tomorrow I get extra steps. I don't think that's necessary. Burning 2 gems feels icky. But at least we have 1 left. Could be worse. A bunch of people are still convinced there's like a puzzle in this room. Alright, so no matter what we do, we can burn a gem, which is not ideal. We can get 2 stars for the next run. I think I can get a gem in this room. I think there's a safe in here. Let's see. What fucking room is this again? Alright. Okay. I haven't gone fully retarded. That's good. Hell yeah, let's read another letter. M. Be prepared for our plans to be set in motion in a month or 2. It's all lining up, and all of our hard work is about to come to fruition. I've just learned that several members of the museum's guard are sympathetic to our cause. We suspect 2 more to be pure opportunists whose loyalty extends only to their coin purse. Your uncle has already agreed to let us use Mount Holly's flexible floor plan, for a trial run, assuming the red paint we have secured of the museum's closed exhibit is in fact accurate and up to date. We should begin these trials without delay once you arrive. If you can within the next 2 months fabricate some fiction, that might alleviate us of the presence of the servant staff. Until we meet on the shore of the White Sands. The closed exhibit. Oh, that's the room with the lasers. And the red crown, which I feel like I picked up once and then never picked up again. This is the clue for all the paintings in the rooms. There's 2 paintings and one of them is 1 minus one of the other one's letters, I think. I don't know if it's possible with so little time left, but I need to remember to ask Anne if we can commission new artwork for all the rooms of the house. We need them produced in sets of 2, a pair for each room. I have no idea what I'm thinking. I'm likely delusional to think this can be pulled off by Thursday. I think that's the uncle's handwriting, and like he must have known that time was kind of short. Bonk. I'm still convinced there's gotta be like some kind of globe puzzle, but this is the king puzzle, I think, from when you power hammer through the castle wall. Oh ho ho. I do have a shovel, and I'm pretty sure I have drafted that room. But usually it's only in this run kind of bonus situation. Let me check here. Or maybe it's the next one over here. Yeah. I
think I can look at that again. It's what up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up. So yeah, I would have to go the other way. I can't go through the security door anyway, and I'm pretty sure this is a dead end. So yeah. She's our only hope, Batman. Ba-da-da-da-da. Your run's about to die. You stupid piece of shit. Alright. Oh, lordy, lordy, lord. Alright. Well, that's a dead end, and that's all we got, kids. Can waste a gem to redraw. But I think I get to dig and get what's its dealy poo. Baron Bafflers, I think, is in this room. Which I think the solution to that puzzle is Mantis, if memory serves. Bing bang boom. And I don't think anyone has found a use for this, if memory is correct. Uh-oh, there she is. The blue will writing demon herself. The seer of Arajai, or wherever she came from. Oh, damn. We got a pump room? I could have swore it had to be connected to the pool room. Well, it's literally the only chance we got at progressing, so... I could save an item. But that's way more interesting. That shit's gonna short out and I won't know which rooms I pull, but that's okay. I think... Like, you can get guaranteed items if you drain the pool, but I think the main... The reservoir is something that we do... Goodness. We have to have a way in there, and I think it's either Power Hammer plus Antechamber Key. So I think it makes most sense probably to drain the fountain, if memory serves. Let's see. Oh lordy. Oh lordy. I remember this being a big pain in my fucking ass. Oh, wait. Isn't it that I can only do it if I've brought power to the room so that I can use the tertiary pump? I definitely don't see the power turned on. And if I ran back to the boiler room, there is no path. If I sent it right, I don't think it goes through the drawing room. I think it only goes through red rooms and hallways, if memory serves. Let's see. Once you unlock the pump room, it's time to drain the fountain. There are 2 tanks you can use right away. There are 3 pumps. So we're going to be draining into... Maybe I haven't turned these on. fountain goes through this one. And then I think you can kind of like puke this water into the other rooms or whatever. No movement, so... I think we want to... Wait, why am I draining the pool? Because I can't get to this yet. Meh. We do it for the lols. Hmm. I thought I had that right. Wait, I'm losing my mind. I think maybe draining the reservoir is the one where I need the third thing. And there we go. Hi, little Cosmo. How are you, baby? You doing okay? Yeah, and I can put the other 4 in here. Well, heckity heck. I feel like we did pretty good so far. Alright, so the fact that we get a random room down here doesn't... Well, I don't have a security key, so we're fucked. Game over. Alright, cool. Cool. So... we call it a day. My doggies are asking me politely to go to sleep, so give me about 5-ish and I'll be back. Oof, it's cold in here. I should have walked out of the manor and went in the basement, I think. But I don't remember why. And it's almost my bedtime, so the slippery nature of a nightcap and some Benadryl is gonna fuck me up beyond fucking rationale, I believe, so. Holy flippin' vagina. Alright, let's go in the basement. I think there's stuff in there. I'll maybe remember. I think there's something to do with, like, moving a cart. I think there's a puzzle with a burning thing. There's also one in the freezer, and there's also one in the chapel. Okay, so we're shitty bang banged without the key. Alright. I was like, surely it can't be that easy. So we still have to get through the meta, the room 46 situation. Maybe? I don't even remember. Alright. I can't do anything with Blackbridge Grotto yet, I think. Yeah, I think that doesn't power up without the keys. There are 3 of them. I do not remember where they are. Let's see. Okay, Google, set volume on kitchen display to 70%.
Okay, I've set the volume on the kitchen display to 70%.
Or maybe you need the 3 thingies to get, like, the throne room puzzle thing. I think I'm just gonna go in there, because maybe seeing it will jog my memory. Right now I'm like, I'm kind of a dunce in this precise moment. Look at me go. Looks powered up to me. Where are the other 2 of these things? What are they called? Microchips. There we go. I think there's a computer in here, but maybe it doesn't turn on. Oh. Yeah, every puzzle in this game is another puzzle. I remember that well. Oh, lordy, lordy, lord. I know there's a couple of them, but I think there's 2 that work and one of them doesn't. I think it's like a last name, first name thing with like lowercase everything.
My mind might be too slippery to do another one of these. What the fuck is this shit? Some goddamn update on my computer. What the fuck? Not right now, friend. What do I even do in this place, though? Terminal timeout settings. I think that gives us like a bunch of runs where you can connect to the other terminals as long as they've all been activated within a certain period of time. Okay, I think the check connection offsite thing is the satellite thing, and that's the microchip puzzle maybe. My brain, slippery. Admin. Let me screenshot this. I used to have like a whole folder of stuff, but I was like, oh, I'm never gonna play this game again. And then I was like, yeah, I was wrong about that, wasn't I? 3 additional delisted admin keys. Logs? I think this is just all lore, if memory serves me correctly. No one else knows we're here other than Mary. The body isn't discovered. Uh-oh. She won't be found. The old schoolhouse. Wait, I don't think I found that yet. I need to write notes to myself. Where's my notepad app? Wait, isn't it the outer room? I think I can... But there's also like a freaking elevator... gas thingy in there. Trying to remember all this is wild. Oh my goodness. The game becomes new because unless you read lore on it every day, like, shit just slips out your memory. Like, shit. At least if you're me, I play kind of a lot of video games. Air passage to Nuance. We must scrub these logs. These people will be delisted and deleted. Updated access privileges. RT is down while we work on a solution. To make future testing easier, added ability to access offline terminals through the RTA when Blackbridge is open, which it is not. One temp key has been added. RUOTH. THOMK. Welcome to the team. The lady who can't figure out how to get in the laboratory. That shit's so funny. Added new data management features. In preparation for Simon's arrival, inbound and outbound messages as well as offsite communications from outside the estate have been disabled per the instructions left by the Baron himself. I see.
Well, none of those work unless... Can I already have all the trophies? I'm pretty sure. Let me see. Somewhere in here. There's too many to go through, probably. Wait. I can't remember if I platinumed those games before or after Blueprints. There's so many. I play too many games. It's ridiculous. Wu Chang, Raido, yeah, right here. Okay. I was like, I'm pretty sure I remember using that imported trophies, whatever. Alright, so I don't think there's anything else I can do in here. We just wasted a bunch of footsteps. I swear to God, you need to pick this shit up to find one of these other things, though. I think I need the flame thingy, though. I think I shove it into, like, a bird fountain or something. No, I'm wrong. One of them's on the ground and one of them's... I swear to God, I took that microchip out and put it somewhere else, though. Maybe that's a later game puzzle. I'll deal with that when I get there. The problem is I'm, like, remembering, like, Sanctum Key shit, and that's, like, not useful at all right now, probably. Alright, so maybe we can get the tool shed and yank that thing out of the ground. I can't go down there without that GD key, homie G. And I don't think I need to drain the reservoir until I... That's a Sanctum Key thing, I'm like 83% sure. Alright, so... Trading post. I know there's a shelter puzzle too, but I forget how it works. But it also blocks 3 red rooms, which is not, you know, the worst thing that can happen in your end. Set the unlock date. I think I'm on day 3. I think there's a way to check. Yeah. Input a date that's 1 hour in the future from the current in-game time, which starts on November 7th. So 7 is day 1, 8 is day 2, 9 is day 3. So November 9th is the date we need to put down, but it has to be an hour away from the current IGT, so we need to go outside and look at the bell tower thingy to figure out what time it is in order to input a time. And then, you know, you just kind of have to wait, which is, I mean, you could run around in the house, but that's a whole other bag of baloney. Alright, so right now it is 9:50. So I think we have to put 11 just to be safe. How do I go back? Staff services, punch in and out, announcements, schedule change. Yeah, because they're not there, so it would make sense. I already did that, and I think I changed it to Sledgehammer. Remote terminal access will let me go to the other ones that are currently open. I think I wanted to like look at the emails. I don't think I can do data transfers. And the terms don't matter right this second. I think we just point our head at this tower and wait for 11 to happen. Hopefully I did that fast enough. If not, then I might have to set it to 1 and wait a second. We'll just see how it goes. That gives me time to eat my snack though, so I'll be back in like a couple minutes. Dang it, so if it's not open, I need to set it to 1, I think. Oh, we got it, never mind. I was like, I'm pretty sure I had it, but... Dear uncle, the disappearance of my cousin Mary has long sat unfavorably with me and my father, and I will freely admit to you that the chilly airs of indifference you may have felt in my presence can be attributed entirely to the suspicions that I have harbored for these past years. Suspicions entirely aimed at yourself, and while I have never had the opportunity to prove it, I felt very strongly that you had some deeper involvement in these events 4 years ago. The circulating rumors of those months did nothing but further reinforce my convictions in this fact. Those of us that are once bitten are twice shy, and I am aware of the cost of my aggressively aloof behavior has had on the social standing of our family. I do not apologize for my actions, though I am now willing to admit that the conclusions I reached may have been flawed. Last week, I had a confidential conversation with one of our mutual acquaintances. A conversation that has shed more light on this mystery than all my father's countless fruitless inquiries over the years. I now have reason to believe that you were in fact responsible for smuggling my cousin under cover of night across the red border to the southern seafront, and I believe this may have occurred in September, a full 7 months after she was reported missing. A date that coincides not with her public disappearance in February, but instead with the notable theft of the Ruby Crown. If the Blackwater insurgents were in fact responsible for the heist, as some have claimed, I believe this scenario entirely plausible, and the fact that 2 of the Crown's 8 rubies have now surfaced has given me renewed optimism that she is still alive, safe, and finally free. Perhaps my willingness to accept such a sensational story betrays my own desperation. Desperation for answers, desperation for hope, and desperation for a narrative in which you are not the villain. In that distant land, we are all dreaming of the land where the strangling crimson curtains draped across our sky are pulled back, and the windows and shutters of discontent flung wide open. In that distant land, I pray one day to find our Marion safe, happy, and absolved. I love this game. I love it and I hate it. Do 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 do. I wasted like 30% of my steps, but it's okay. Yeah. Alright. 4 letters in 3 days, baby. But I only got 1 star. Hmm. Jesus Christ. Oof. Oof. Uh-oh. I sense evil. Sometimes this can happen. I'll save the reroll for my final possibility. You know what? We love a security room right there. Because it's one more computer that I can have access to. Well, I haven't missed any items, so that's good. There's no need to touch that. Let's see, remote terminal access. So security and the shelter are both online. I thought it would allow me to hit up the Black Bridge as well, but maybe I need the... There's emails. How naughty. I think this is just all lore stuff, if I remember correctly. If only we had that key card. Hmm. I think I'm cool with that. But we'll save it as a way to come back. The lab is yet another computer that I can turn on. It's nice to have them like all up and running on one run. Let's see. Immediately add 3 aquariums is a pretty cool idea. Every time you unlock your bypass. I think this is what makes the most sense for where we're at in this particular run. And I have a roll at my disposal as well. I swear, sometimes there can be items in this room, but I think it's extremely rare if memory serves. I think that's a perfect place for a spare room, actually. I'm pretty sure 99 times out of 100 there's nothing in there as well. Unless you upgrade it. I don't hate that idea. But I don't love it either. I think that's fine for now. It'd be better if I had a never mind. Let's use this there. Oh, my gems. Right in the gems. Ah. But I love the freaking, whatchamacallit, the Rumpus Room. Free money. Free money, honey. Plus, we can talk to this dickhead. Is there anything else in here? Not that I remember. Let's feed him a coin. Why not?
And, as it was foretold, I am awakened at the sound of the dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to look into your future. The image is becoming clear. I see a boy standing on a shore of white sand. He is looking for something he was told he would not find. I see a black cat tied to a red flag. I hear the wind blowing, but the flag does not stir. I see a door marked by a rogue moon. A door that is always locked, yet has no key. It is the door you have been searching for, yet will not find. A lost room beyond the dark waters. What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara. Until the dawn of the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
Oh yay, a bot. Let's see. How about I just delete that? Possible ban evader. No thank you, sir. I love your stream. I have to leave like right now because I'm not watching it at all because I'm a bot, but like you should definitely like I don't know, hang out with my friend. He has 8 gajillion subscribers and all of them aren't real, obviously. Neat. Great. Thanks. We don't got no more gems. I think this isn't a bad idea. Is there any free shit over here? Probably not. Oh, that's no buenos. We must reroll. It is the only way. I would like a free gem. Yes, I would. It wouldn't have been terrible to hit the gym, because I don't think I've hit 3 red rooms yet. I think I'm fine with this, because worst case scenario, like, obviously it's gonna... Wait, it didn't short out? Doesn't it almost always short out? HS has requested yet another print rather, of her ladyship. Probably from one of her rooms in the West Wing, as well as enlarged print of the enclosed photograph. He said the last development was too dark, so keep an eye on that. That's Anne Babbage. Those are some of the servants from the servants' quarters. They look kind of ominous. And maybe even evil. Or experimenting with the photos. That's our uncle's gay boyfriend. Literally, like, that's part of the lore. I mean, it's heavily implied. I think I'm totally fine with that.
Oh, I got sheltered from that because of that was my third red room, I think. So we'll turn that off because reasons. Reasons that are well established in this game. Is this like the cuck chair where all the porno is? Yeah, I mean, I know you just got cucked, but like at least there's some porno up here, man. You know what I mean? Hope you like porno, dude. Oh my god, what am I even saying? Help me, Jeebus. I've gone completely insane. Let's see, the statement on the white box. It's true. There's a second wind-up key in this room. This and the white box are both empty. I think sometimes, very rarely, tucked away in a little corner, there can be like a second key. Or maybe I'm lying to myself. This game is very good at getting you to like be like, wait, what? Should I gaslight myself right now? Statement on white box is true. So there is not a second wind-up key in this room. Like 83% of that. This and white are lies. This is odd man out. Give me my fucking gems, daddy. Alright, cool. Cool. The gymnasium. Well, I turned the light off, so I'm not gonna get dildoed. And I can always go back if I dildo the next room, so, you know, I think we're good. Chances of unexpected dildos are low. Muy suspicioso. How many steps do I have? 27. The good thing is we get restful kind of situations happening. I don't love that either way I'm boxing off that room without a reasonable backtrack, so I'd rather just do it now. If we do it now, we still have a die to cast, so... Those boots are made for walking. Christopher Walken. And that's just what they'll do. Probably. Let's see here. Today's a good day because Simon is at camp and he is not as much fun as my friends. I will not have to share my toys, will not have to share my room, and I will not have to share my snacks. Having a younger brother is not as much fun as they told me. It would be, but today will be a good day because he's at camp. Herbie's mean and stupid, and today's a good day because I threw away his airplane. I also had more fun at camp than he has had in his entire life. Damn. Today's a good day because I got my brother in trouble for reading my private journal without my permission and writing mean things in it. He also threw my airplane in the bushes, but I got it back. And if he does it again, he will not get to go to the park on Friday, and I will make sure he gets no presents for his birthday. I don't need any presents, because I have my brother's book, because he won't stop writing about me, and today's a good day because I know he cries when he can't find his book, even though he's older. What a crybaby. Oh my. Today's a good day because my brother returns from college, and I get to finally return him the
the book I took from him a long time ago. Hopefully you find it as hilarious as I do. I honestly have no idea how we survived sharing a room. All things being said, I still would rather have had a sister. Congrats on the diploma and welcome home, Simon. I wouldn't have it any other way, but scratched out. Apparently there's a rivalry. And I think the interesting thing about the rivalry is, like, it's partly manufactured by the, by Tonda Ross. Like, there's this kind of, like, red herring that Arave is, like, the mistress of, like, giving her gay son a hard time. But, like, you kind of find out, I think, that she's either psychic or, like, a mastermind or something. Like, she's not talking about her son Simon, she's talking about her grandson Simon, which nobody possibly could have known because, well, it would seem crazy if you were to believe such a thing. So it's kind of intriguing when you look at such information. Let's see, Meower. Well, damn. We can end the game or spend a gem. I'd rather save my reroll for a time when I absolutely need it, so... spend a gem we shall. I don't have any green rooms, so the patio is not going to yield anything particularly interesting. I am running low on steps, but it would also be nice to have a major key as well, so... Alright, so we got 4. 20 minus 3 should be 13. What the hell am I saying? 17. Those are words that I just said. 4 minus 2 is 2. Or was it 4? Oh, it should have been 8. Whoops. Okay. So 4, 17, 8. I forget what that one is. I'm pretty sure that's divided by... this shit is just wacky, bro. Because it could be a multitude of things. Well, there's the whole PEMDAS thing. So, order of operations. Parentheses powers. You multiply and divide first. I think you almost always start with green, though. So 11 times 1 plus 3 is 14 divided by 4. Which I don't think that's a whole number, so that's probably not the right answer. No, it is. It's 4. So it should be 4 then? No, I fucked it up. $13 divided by 4 would definitely not be great. But if we do... $8 divided by... Did I pick 2 the first time? No, I think I picked 4. Alright. 2 regular ass keys. Jesus Christ, boy. Could be worse. Could be a lot worse. Could be nothing at all. Not really, but... Oof. Spend a gem or toss a die? Let's go with green, I think. As I almost always do in this situation. Because if I spawn orange, I'm going to get the 7 locked door room, which is annoying. Or the foyer. Wait, what the hell? Oh, it's locked, okay. I think we go with cloister. Because the cost has been bypassed. Things I will probably never forget unless tortured. Mr. Nagula, if you're reading this, it seems the day has finally come and the cloister is at long last getting some much overdue maintenance. I have left you a literal token of appreciation to serve as positive reinforcement, which should grant you a bit of extra spending money each day while working on the estate. We have learned from our dealings with your predecessor that it is much cheaper in the long run to be generous. Talking about the prior gardener who got fired. They basically stole his discovery or invention of the cheap drafting materials through plants, so I don't know that they've necessarily really learned a lesson so much as they are trying to bypass a very real liability. I don't think I want to burn 2 gems. I think I would rather have these 10 steps and maybe a free item. The booty door. It doesn't cost me anything. And I have no need to fuck myself. That is so cool. I love that these stay open too. Well, now that the game's been updated. When I first got this game, it was that was not the case. That's what I'm trying to say. Set gems to 2, spend 2 to lose a gem. That doesn't seem great. Rather spend 1 to keep 4. Broken handle. Hopefully we get a shop or something. Oh wow. The game's you can be cooked or you can roll. I think I'd rather go for this. We have a pretty fat pool of cash. The commissary will be closed. That never happens. The lies. The lies. Oh, but it's a security door, so I'm still fucked. Damn. I guess I could run to security and see if there's
Did I get the utility closet? I did. Shit. The amount of steps, though. It ain't feasible to survive. Eh. I don't mind going through the motions, though, anyway. Ugh, if I was smart, which I can be sometimes, I would have been smarter. Alright, so now the keycard entry system is off. I still have 3 keys. And it would take me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 steps to increase the rate of those. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 more steps. I cannot math right now. 9 plus 13 equals improbable as fuck. That would give me like 7 steps left. So we're gonna go with the maybe unlock something instead of the guarantee a higher probability of getting further. Wait, is it really that far? I think I counted those rooms wrong. No, I think it makes more sense to hit security. Because I might still... I didn't pull the dining room yet, did I? No. So there's hope. Hope exists. But it's obscured by mist. What can I say? A different puzzle game. Probably some motivations for this game exist there too. Who even knows? Set security level. Change offline mode to unlocked. Yeah, my logic was faulty anyway. If I didn't come back here, simply hitting the switch would not have gotten me through that room. So left, up, right, up, left. I think that's kind of... I think I set it to like give me shit when I dildoed around with the No, I took the 3 aquariums. Okay, never mind. I'm lying. I'm a fucking liar. All I do is lie. But yeah, this is gonna be my last round one way or the other for this evening anyhow. You already bought all that shit. Why didn't you give me the shoes? Lose. Best case scenario. Yeah. Let's go with this puppy. Because sometimes those are cleverly hidden as treasure maps, but not this time it appears. Have I gotten in this office yet? Don't think I have.
I think I'm gonna gamble on the items. Like a dirty little degenerate. Oh, well, there you are. Hey, at least there's a cupcake. 10 steps is very, very well received. This current point in time. As well as this lovely thing. Boiler room. We don't have it. I'll probably pull it right after this because the game is. It loves to be that way. It just loves it. It loves it. We don't love that, but it is tolerable, and it does not fuck us in the resources. Oof. Let me see. I forget how the antechamber doors work. One of them needs the power hammer. I have 2 of those items. I need the battery. West is in Secret Garden. I don't think I have the key, though. Yeah, so that's not super viable. South is in the greenhouse. East is in the Great Hall. I don't know that we have enough keys to be fucking around with the Great Hall. What did it say? West lever, Secret Garden. So there is still kind of hope for that. Do we burn a gem or do we fuck up our item potentiation? Or do we roll? Because if I'm going east, then I'm really trying to get the Secret Garden key. And if the Secret Garden key opens the west door, I don't mind trying to avoid the Great Hall. And the greenhouse is still a room that can show up on the right side, so I think we do this for now. For now, as though my run can end at any second. Okay, free key. We can bust this shit open. More rolls is hugely appreciated. Well, we have enough dice. I think we can. Yeah, that's problematic. East lever is Great Hall. It's not fucked. That is fucked.
But this pigeonholes me into a Great Hall situation where I have to spend keys. And it forces me to spend a gem. Let's try to spend our resources. Kind of evenly. At least the good thing about this is that we have an infinite gem proc now. And near the end, where we would like to have it most. Clara and Simon. In Eclipse Ball, 1952. Only have the one die, so we don't want to spend it there. No running. So really, the Great Hall is our only hope for this. Oof. The unknown of redraw versus the I could still very unlikely pull a Great Hall. But we don't have the foundation is a big problem too. So I think we have to reroll here. Like, there's not a lot of choice with that. We can, at the very minimum, get stars. Extra gems aren't going to help us when the entire east side of the mansion is dildoed. And stars can be expended once you have a ton of them for some pretty cool unlocks. I'm trying to think, like, without the foundation, I can probably still get out of here. Plus, I think there's like a hidden key here for the archives room. But we did get coin meta progression, which is cool.
Is there an item that I need? I guess on the way out, we'd want food. Is there anything in the maid chambers other than lore? I don't think so. I think we take the safe route. Sometimes there's items in the maid room though, and I was like, maybe there'll be a die in there, but it's extremely unlikely. We could end it with the lavatory like so many runs have ended before. I was really hoping I could get lucky and get the battery, but I didn't see it. Sometimes it's in the dark room. I think... I swear there's like some item in this locker room. For meta progression purposes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure well, I know for a fact we're fucked. But it is fun to just open some of the lockers since we have keys. Yeah, we got a gem. We're so awesome. Too bad no lockpick. Oh well. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. The Garden Shopping Center. 4 shops? There's only the one. That's bizarre. Unless the Rumpus Room is a place where you can spend 1 coin. A chapel, I guess you could spend coins in there inadvertently. Yeah, I don't know where they're coming up with that. Oh well. Have a good night, everybody.